Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Stacy Pengen, meteorologist from News 10 NBC. Thank you all for watching Flower City Habitat for Humanity's Hope Builds virtual gala. Deanna and I are thrilled to be co-hosting this together. This is the first evening of a dynamic two-night event. In case you're wondering where we are, we're inside Habitat's Culver Road Restore. How cool is that?
Yeah,
so cool. So many awesome, gently used home finds. They're located at 755 Culver Road. So if you're ever in the area, definitely check them out here. Just a reminder, you can always catch it on their website whenever you're able at rochesterhabitat.org/gala. Also, don't forget to share with your friends and family, emails, social media, text messages, you name it. If you do share on social media, please use the hashtag #RockHabitatGala. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank Bank of America, our Hope Builder presenting sponsor. Woo! They've been a dedicated community partner of Flower City Habitat for 7 years. We truly appreciate their support more than ever. Also, major congrats to those who won any wine, woohoo!
Oh yeah,
from the raffle.
Share it with me.
Right? If you missed it, please check the website to see if your name was announced. rochesterhabitat.org/gala. Now let's toss it over to Deanna as she takes you through this evening's festivities.
Thanks so much, Stacy. Welcome to all of you. My name is Deanna Dewberry. I'm an anchor and investigative reporter for News 10 NBC. Now, before we get into the details of the evening, I have to give a shout out to all our homies at News 10 NBC, our media sponsor. Thank you so much for News 10 NBC and all that you do for Habitat. We will begin this evening with an uplifting speech from President and CEO Matthew Flanagan about what Habitat has in store for the remainder of 2021. You don't want to miss it. And then we enter into the most inspirational part of the evening, the Call from the Heart mission moment. You'll watch moving stories from Habitat homeowners Patrice and Sam as they take you through their home ownership journey. It goes straight to your heart. And this is where you'll see how Habitat is building hope, not just homes, building hope in the Rochester community. And because tonight wouldn't be possible without Bank of America, our Hope Builder presenting sponsor, you'll hear from Colleen Madison, President, Bank of America Rochester, and Christina Dingler, Market Executive, Bank of America Rochester. They'll highlight how they help Flower City Habitat continue to build homeownership, communities, and hope in the Rochester community.
Thanks, Deanna. Can't wait to see what is in store. Before we begin the call from the heart, let's give Matt a warm welcome as he speaks to Habitat's mission.
Stacy and Deanna, I very much appreciate that warm welcome, and I also want to thank all of you, our guests, volunteers, donors, and sponsors for taking the time to be a part of our virtual gala. Before I begin, I want to shout out to Stacy Pengen and Deanna Dewberry for coming alongside Flower City Habitat and supporting our Hope Builds virtual gala. They're fantastic, aren't they? And you'll hear more from them as the night goes on, so don't go away. For those of you who are new to Habitat, my name is Matthew Flanagan. I'm the President and CEO of Flower City Habitat, and I'm here to discuss some exciting things that we have planned for the rest of this year and into the beginning of 2022. Before I start, I'd like to first reflect on how difficult this past year has been for all of us. Many of our volunteers had to stay away from our sites to be sure that they were safe and to be able to get through this pandemic. All of us here at Flower City Habitat hope and pray this approach has worked for folks and that we've all been able to stay safe. For these reasons and many more, we saw early in the pandemic that we were just going to have to reduce the number of houses that we were building. And unfortunately, we were right. We had to drop down to 4. So we took a step back and spent that time to reevaluate our building processes and, frankly, how we serve the community in terms of housing. And I'm thrilled to let you know what we've come up with. We've had to reimagine how we build houses, and as a result, we've been able to trim time and money out of each of our new builds. We've grown our repair program, redesigned our home buyer program, and how we prepare people to own homes and thrive as a result. We've made real and important changes to how we work with that very important resource, our volunteers, and we've continued to grow our voice and our impact in the local community, across New York State, and even nationally. I won't get into all of that here now, but let's get started, shall we?
Anybody that gets involved with Flower City Habitat Humanity will definitely come out being a bigger and a better and a much happier person.
Although we continue our home building efforts on a year-round basis, we're really approaching our busiest time of year as we ramp up to build over the next 7 months, 7 new homes or renovate 7 homes. That's an amazing number for us, up from 4 just last year. I'm honored to share with you that we're, in so doing, we'll have achieved a significant milestone for this affiliate when we construct our 250th house by the end of the calendar year. In addition, we can also celebrate another accomplishment, which is the construction of our 100th house built within a half mile of the Enrico Fermi School number 17, which is in the Josana neighborhood, which is the culmination of a promise we made to the city 12 years ago. So we'll have done that, and we're very excited to say that. As for our other initiatives, later in the summer, we'll unveil a wildflower memorial garden in Josana created in partnership with Seneca Park Zoo, as well as begin the construction of a nearby outdoor classroom for Green Visions and their youth program. We continue to see growth in our repair program due to the overwhelming positive response these past months, which has allowed us to serve an additional 60 families with repairs and help maintain the value of their home and residences. We'll see soon engage a new repair project for Susan B. Anthony at their administrative offices, which kind of a full story moment. That's a house that we donated to them a number of years ago. We've also secured funding to serve disabled veterans in our community, and this is just the beginning of how we'll grow our collective impact working with our friends at Lifespan as well. And as we help people stay in their homes regardless of what their physical needs may be. It's very exciting for us to really augment home ownership. We're working both broadly and with the laser focus in the workforce development space. This means we have a program and participants who may be introduced to construction for the very first time, all the way up to specialized training that we hope leads to rewarding careers in construction. Finally, I want to highlight the huge success of our Restore Kitchen Deconstruct initiative, in which we have finished now 61 projects over 28 months, resulting in over $80,000 in sales of kitchen through our Culver Road and East Henrietta store. Talk about recycling, right? We see the potential to double these numbers over the next year, and if you're interested in helping us to get your kitchen, please go and see rockrestore.org. There's so much more I could talk about, but at this point, I think it's time that we move on with the rest of the program, and now we turn things back over to Stacy and Deanna. Thank you.
Matt, thank you for detailing Habitat's vision. We're so excited that Habitat will be building their 100th house in the Josana neighborhood. What incredible dedication to the community. I'm also looking forward to visiting the Tyshawn Caldwell Memorial Garden this summer, an amazing partnership between two long-standing nonprofits, Flower City Habitat and the Seneca Park Zoo, a true gift. Now, what you all have been waiting for, the call from the heart.
I go by Sam, my name is Samuel, and I stay on Campbell Street. So I'm 34, I grew up in Rochester. I have 2 kids, as you can see here. Been in my home for 2 years now. It's be going on 3 soon, so I'm very proud of that. About 4 years ago, I was staying on Avenue D in Conkey at the time. My mom told me about Habitat. They help people get, help you get into getting your own home. So my mom took me, I filled out the application. I was talking with Abby and Tim. They told me what I needed, and once I got, all the information I needed, they told me what I need to do, and then I just went coasted from there. They helped me, realize my dream for what I wanted to get and where I wanted to go, and getting my house was the first step of something I wanted to do. Honestly, just having it's, even though it's small, but a piece of property that belongs to me, and it really is for them. This is for them. When everything is all said and done, this is going to be for these two, for them to do whatever they want, whether they want to stay or whatever they want to do with it. This is all for them to right here. My first volunteering day, I went to the Restore. I went there and I had white shorts on, I had white sneakers on, I had a white jersey on. And Louis said, "What?" I said, "What are you here for?" He said, "You look too good to be working here, man." I said, "I'm here to volunteer." He goes, Not in there, you not. Well, I said, but he gave me a T-shirt. I went out in the truck and I helped unload stuff and put stuff on there. I take great pride in it because I put in a lot of work to get where I am now.
48 years old. I'm in nursing. I grew up in Rochester, born and bred. Stayed on Wellington Avenue for about, well, I might as well say 48 years. Yes. Habitat first did a home in the city many, many years ago. My sister, Eunice Yarbrough, was actually the first recipient of the first house in the city. On the west side, I'll say. Well, where I was staying, of course, we were renting. You know, it was like 3 apartments in the building. It was just too much, you know. I grew up living in with my mother and father in our own home, you know. So living with other people is very hectic. So I started looking for my own home, and that's when my sister came to me and said, "Hey, remember, I went through a Habitat. They're good people, so why don't you try it out?" My first volunteer experience was at the Restore on Culver Road. I helped out in the store. I cleaned. Okay, so that was my first experience there. My second volunteer experience was construction on Lime Street. But I tell you, I've learned so much over there. You would never think X's and lines are major in building a house. I've learned what a cat paw is as well. Just being a part of something that's bigger than you, seeing all the volunteers there ready and willing to start the day and building on the houses, it's just amazing, you know, to be a part of something, you know, bigger than you. The most rewarding part, oh my God. The most rewarding part about this process was the day they handed me those keys. To finally be in my own space, you know, to feel safe, to feel adequate, you know. I'm just so thankful and grateful that, you know, first of all, God is faithful, because wouldn't none of this be happening without Him. So I just want to thank God and Habitat for the hand up, because this is truly, truly life-changing. And it's a better life, not just for me, but for my son and for my granddaughter. You know, they are so happy and so proud, and so am I. I'm just so thankful to be here. Well, I'll tell you the funny story. My granddaughter, she had her own room where we were renting at, but it wasn't really fixed up the way that I wanted it to be, you know. Now she has her own pink bedroom set, her own LOL doll comforter and curtains, and her room is just amazing. I got the ABC mat down on the floor for her in her room. It's just really beautiful, and she didn't expect it. And one day when she came home from school, we led her upstairs to her room on a false pretense. And when she looked in her room, she just went bananas. She was just so happy and so excited to finally have her own room, her own everything, just the way she wanted it. So that was really, really funny for me to see the excitement and joy on her face. It made me happy. There are some truly, truly great people in that organization. They're all very smart, helpful, encouraging, and each and every one of them just lifts your spirit every time you talk to them. It's always something positive, you know, and that just keeps you want to keep on keeping on. It keeps you want to keep going, you know, just being around such positiveness, positive people, positive everything. Everything about Habitat is positive, and I'm just so thankful for it. Anybody that gets involved with Flower City Habitat Humanity will definitely come out being a bigger and a better and a much happier person. I'm most proud of being able to say that even though it was hard at times, I stuck with it, and I can say that this is my home, and I'm just truly, truly, truly thankful to Flower City Habitat for, like I said, for making this happen for me, for giving me definitely the hand up.
Hello, my name is Ethel Dubel, and I am the Development Director at Flower City Habitat for Humanity. I trust you have all been inspired by the family stories you have just heard. It's important to know that this is a journey that many others are at this very moment, just waiting to begin. It's exciting, a bit scary, and certainly takes courage, persistence, and hard work on the part of the families in our homebuyer program to achieve their dreams of home ownership. However, it is because of you, our generous supporters, that we are able to build decent, affordable housing for these families that will not only immediately impact their lives, but that of future generations to come. I'm asking you during this call from the heart to open your heart and make a donation that will allow us to continue to build home ownership, communities, and hope right here in our own Rochester community. Donating is as simple as a click on the Donate Now button on our Gala webpage, or write a check with Call from the Heart in the memo line and forward to our office. Now more than ever, we need to work together to help as many families as possible build strength, stability, and self-reliance through shelter. I thank you in advance for your generosity.
We hope that all of you who are watching are as moved as Deanna and I. It was so incredible to hear the stories from Habitat homeowners Patrice and Sam. Before we enter into the later part of the evening, we cannot forget to thank our incredible sponsors this evening. Hope Builder sponsor, Bank of America. Future Framer sponsors, the Bonadio Group, Mangione and Associates, Wow Works, food sponsor, Davidson Fink, media sponsor, of course, News 10 NBC, foundation sponsors, Admar Construction Equipment and Supplies, Bond Benefits Consulting, Rochester Builders Exchange, Clayton and Sue Clowen, DeMarco Group, ESL, Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield, Innovative Solutions, M&T Bank, Messner Flooring, Morel Builders, Ravi Engineering, Thaney and Associates, Tile Wholesalers, and 92.5 WBEE. Tonight wouldn't be possible without your unwavering support and dedication to Flower City Habitat's mission. It is now time to hear from our Hope Builder presenting sponsor, Bank of America.
Good evening. My name is Colleen Madison, President of Bank of America in Rochester, and I'm joined here this evening with my colleague, Christina Dengler. We are so proud to be part of this evening's program. Thank you to Matt Flanagan, Ethel Dubel, Habitat staff, board, volunteers, and the many sponsors who are here with us this evening. Thank you for the positive impact you have all made and continue to make in our community.
Good evening. My name is Christina Dengler, the Rochester Market Executive for Bank of America. Here in Rochester, Bank of America has partnered with Flower City Habitat for Humanity for the past 7 years. More broadly, Bank of America has worked with Habitat for Humanity for more than 30 years nationally.
We're guided by a common purpose. Every family deserves safe and affordable housing and a place to be proud to call home.
By partnering with nonprofits like Habitat for Humanity, we are working to connect individuals and families here in Rochester with an affordable home ownership opportunity, putting them on a path to a more stable financial life, and in turn, helping our community thrive.
Each year, Bank of America employees generously give more than 40,000 hours of volunteer time to habitat organizations in their communities. Christina, you have been volunteering on multiple home builds over the last 7 years. What is a favorite memory that you have?
Yes, thanks, Colleen. I've had the pleasure of volunteering on many builds, doing a variety of things such as painting, tearing out carpet, even putting up siding. One of my favorite memories, though, that comes to mind is when I've helped put up a wall. A wall, once it's ready to stand up, there might be 10 of us, and together we stand up this wall, and there really is nothing like it, seeing this house starting to take shape.
I bet. Thank you for sharing. A question for our guests this evening. Did you know that Flower City Habitat for Humanity provides families with a hand up, not a hand out approach? By enrolling families in their homebuyer program, which requires 300 plus hours of sweat equity through the attendance of financial literacy classes, home maintenance seminars, and actual time spent on site building houses for others. We are so proud to be longtime supporters of Habitat for Humanity, and we hope that you're enjoying your evening.
I want to thank Bank of America for being such a dedicated community partner and friend of Habitat. Also, thank you all for joining us this evening. This has been a wonderful first night of Flower City Habitat's Hope Builds virtual gala. I personally have learned so much about their mission. Really enjoyed learning about the journeys of Habitat's homeowners, Patrice and Sam. They both have incredible stories of resilience, determination, and a drive to build a better future for themselves and their families. I hope you were as moved as we were. It is so incredibly heartwarming.
As we close out this evening, please open your hearts and consider donating to the Call from the Heart. You will see the donation link on your screen. You can donate anytime today and tomorrow, and any amount helps. Let's help Habitat continue to build hope right here in our community. Thank you, and we hope you join us again tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock.
Thank you.